Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, Carnivish, whatever plan you're on, as long as you're not having the sugar and the grains, right? You belong here. I'm so happy to see you here. This I do a few times a week. It is based on, n equals one, so we don't bash anybody that's doing something that doesn't coordinate with what we think. The only rules are the ones that, the promises and the beliefs and the philosophy that you have for yourself and the studying that you've done on yourself, and you see what works. And so you continue to do it, and you sometimes pick up ideas from people that comment here. Lord knows my program is based on what I hear here and how it helps me and how I've made some changes. As some of you know, a few weeks ago, I thought if I had to have a bite of beef, I was just going to die. I was just going to, ugh. So I've changed it up, and I will have steak on the big green egg day, and a great big steak, and with a great big schmear of butter on it. But the rest of the week will be limited beef. It's not that I'm limiting it, it's that I'm going with my gut and what I had. I had a couple of times last week. I had a chicken salad with some 4% cottage cheese and some avocado and macadamia nut oil and some bacon and some lettuce. And the first night with the lettuce was just fine. Thank you very much. It worked. And the second was what I feared. I had all the gastrointestinal discomfort that one could ever ask for. So I got over that urge. That's good. And so I do plan to have that sort of salad a couple of times coming up this week. One time will be with a filet, and I'm going out grocery shopping now, so maybe there'll be some chicken breast involved too. It just feels better. And then, of course, I can have more macadamia nut oil on my salad because I like that. And so it's been fun to have the little bit of a difference, to have the Rouse pizza sauce as my red, to have Daisy sour cream, to have the Friendship cottage cheese. And the avocado, I just feel better with it. And a lot of you have written in that you have that same sort of seasonal pull to lighten up what you're having and going from there. And so maybe it's just one of those primal things that we all did back from our relatives, where we lighten the load with the heavier stuff, like the heavy beef and maybe the fatty beef, and are looking towards lighter sort of things. I could even be found eating a piece of haddock or swordfish or something like that too. So it's just kind of nice. It almost feels like, and not that it's not following the carnivore way of eating, it's just to like and want those lighter versions of things just feels a little bit better, don't you know? So I've got on my spring, summer, fall uniform. I've got khakis. I've got my white starchy shirt. I've got my pearls. It's fun. And so I haven't really felt this dressed in a long, long time. Khakis are a wee bit tight. I won't have Greg put them in the dryer. That's sometimes he has two settings: hot for the wash and hot for the dryer. And so if I have anything that I need to have protected, I need to do it when he's not here, because all of his stuff can handle hot. These khakis are the 98% cotton, 2% spandex or elastane or something like that, and they would fit my Barbie doll if I still had my Barbie doll. Maybe I still do have my Barbie doll. So I continue with my food plans, and I'm happy. It just works for me. Just adding those couple of little like the condiment part, meaning the avocado, the sour cream, or the cottage cheese, or the cream cheese, and a little bit of the rouse. It just adds a je ne sais pas to my meal, and I look forward to it. Also starting to use bacon again, thus I get the bacon fat that I can cook in, because I love to do that too. And so it's just a win-win all the way around. And when I have my luncheon size fiesta plate with the foods on it that I show you for my OMAD, it's just nice to have what I can work from, right? So tonight I'm having 8 ounces of the ground sirloin from the butchery, and I'm having sour cream, rouse, pizza sauce, 30 grams. It's like less than a carb, and the avocado and bacon, and some Monterey Jack cheese. Yeah. So organic from Whole Foods. I was just thinking about what I've got in my cheese drawer. So that will be fun. I will be excited. And I've got, when it's hotter weather, you kind of feel like I can lighten up the meal and maybe the pants will fit better. I'm not exercising or anything. I'm just still using my cane. The next stop is the neurosurgeon to do that cement insertion. Maybe some of you have heard of that. So, but I'm just waiting for his call, right? But I'm happy. My mood is lifted, along with the sun being out a number of days in a row. So it's a good thing. So back to yesterday, what if you caved? What are you doing? So if you did cave and you tried out some of those tips and tricks, but along comes day number 2 with new or other temptations, it's going to be tough, especially if you have company, especially if those temptations are wrapped in saran wrap in your refrigerator because they weren't eaten. You're going to be pulled again. And I know that from the worst of my eating days, it was going along and having more than one slip-up day. When you get into the 2 and the 3, that's when I would get into trouble, because my head just got locked into that place where I was used to eating crap, and it didn't work for me. I became very much addicted to what I was having. Greg is home from fishing. Hold on a second. Hi, honey. I'm doing a video.
Okay.
I'll see you in a
boat away.
Okay. I'll see you in a second. Yeah, he went out fishing with his friend, so I can't wait to see the fish. Did you get it? I used to use the joke, deaf as a haddock, but he is now. So I can't say that. I wish he'd go fishing for haddock instead of the ones that I don't like, but the ones that I don't like aren't off Cape Cod Bay. So for me, it was even just a little something, like say there was a jar of something that ends in S, because there's a lot of them, and I had a couple one day, and then the next day I had one, and then the next day there were 3 left, so I had 3. That's how I get into that awful pattern that took years and years to break out of. Overeating and nibbling and thinking of treats all the time is my Achilles heel. So I have to be very careful, because it's normal for me. I don't know if it's normal for you, but I'm not one of those that would have a blowout day. I would have a blowout, continuation until I could just get it out of the house. And I always tell this story about shopping for ice cream, because they were like 2 for $4 back when I was a big ice cream eater. So of course I'd buy the 2. You could have bought 1, but you had, so I'd have the 2 in the freezer, and they'd be talking to me, and I would have them every single day until they were gone. And by then, there was a sale again. And so I just got in continuous trouble because I would bring the stuff into the house thinking that I could control it, and I couldn't. You know, I could control the size, the portion, but it would still end up being every day. And I tell the story that when I went from eating CRAP to low carb, high fat, that when I did my fat bombs, it turned out the same way. I would allow myself to have them 3 times a week. But then Ms. Slick just wanted me to have them 7 times a week. And so it became so ridiculous that I had to give them up, all of them, because there's no way that I could go every other day without a fat bomb. If they were in the house, right? So I don't know how your addict plays with your head and wins, but that's how it would win with me. And so more than once is just, I'm on the trail after one day. And by the time I got to 3, it was an expectation. I didn't do well with that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you had your cuppa, you did your rebound, your head is all set for what you're going to do today in the order that it appears. It's June 5th. It's a beautiful day. And so I'm going with it. I'm going to go to Star Market or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to get some lemons and red onion for Greg. Oh, the things I have planned. Yeah. So thank you for watching. And please post below. I love your posts, and I've made a decision early on that I would answer everybody, and I do. So that's that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.